very warm welcome to this program called In Conversation. Today is Father's Day, and on this very special day, we have a very special person, a modern day protagonist, a leader with both words and action. He is a leader that Nagas are proud to have in this present era. We present Nagaland's Agriculture Production Commissioner, Mr. Y.KIKHETO SEMA, IAS, and he's also was assigned as the overall in charge of COVID-19 for Dimapur district by the state government. He is here today with News and Trends. Welcome, sir, and thanks for speaking to News and Trends. Firstly, happy Father's Day to you. So when you were assigned as the overall in charge of Dimapur district for COVID-19 on May 10th, I believe, did you see the challenges ahead?
You know, initially it was on 2nd of April. A few of us, we were assigned as a special committee to assist the district administration, police administration, medical department at Dimapur. And we were there for about 1 month. That was from 2nd April till May 2nd. So, you know, the purpose of assigning us was because Dimapur is a huge responsibility, and the government also, they were of the view that there should be a senior level officer to assist the district administration. So we were there for about a month, and later on, again, I was assigned from 10th of May. After a gap of about 1 week, I was assigned to look after the Dimapur as a government representative, you know, to look after the affairs of this pandemic. Right? Yeah.
So, sir, when the state government decided to bring the stranded Naga citizens from outside the state, there were thousands who applied. So did you foresee the challenges to bring in the thousands in terms of accommodation, the logistics, and the onward transportation to various districts?
The state government, initially the lockdown was for a period of about a month, and when this central government extended the lockdown in a little bit serious manner, then the state government also thought that it will not be possible for own children to be there in the mainland, and I think they will be willing to come back. And accordingly, website was, started in order to know how many people are interested to come back. So within 2 days, I think couple of days, nearly or more than 18,000 stranded Nagas were willing to come back. And because of that, I was assigned again back to Dimapur. And out of 18,000 initially, 50% stranded people were from Dimapur district alone. Okay. So that was a huge challenge. And we had to arrange, in no time we had to arrange so many accommodation, you know. So initially, we had to take over almost all the government institutions. So, you know, we took over all the government institutions right from Mizapima till Dimapur city. And we could able to arrange about 1,500, returnees of accommodation for them.
Now, sir, when the first positive case was declared by state government on May 25, I believe, what was your reaction actually? Because you were taking care of all these returnees. Some of them were, in fact, most of them were put in the Agri Expo site, and Team Dimapur, led by you, were, involved in all this settlement. So, what was your reaction?
You know, it was fortunate for us that the first positive was detected, rather it was on 13th of April, Rajajan, you know. Yes. Of course it was detected at Guwahati, but since Dimapur base. So it was like a rehearsal for us. When the second, positive was detected, it was not only one, it was a huge group of people. I call it Chennai Express was like, it was a special Corona Express, for us actually. So since we had that experience, we could able to tackle it. And we knew that we need to be strong enough to tackle this situation. So we all decided that, we will put our heads together. And without much problem, we had to tackle it.
Now, one of the most challenging tasks for Team Dimapur led by you was, the accommodation plus, every time the special train arrives or every time a flight arrives, you were there. So where did you derive the strength from?
We took it as a challenge because we feel that you will not get this kind of opportunity in life, and we decided, and unless as a leader, as a captain or as a general, you go yourself, I think how do you expect others to follow you? So we all decided, and out of 7 special trains, but there were so many other trains as well, regular trains like started at 8:30 at night, 1:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, 6:30, so on and so forth. So most of the time, one way or other, a special train, all of us, we were present throughout the special train 7. And for me, I think I've been to the train station about 17 times. And for other members also, many of our members, they keep visiting. And beside that, a lot of buses and the private vehicles, plus the airport, so it was a huge challenge, rather interesting.
Now, with over 12,000 stranded citizens arriving in the state, who have already arrived. Now, some of them have left their jobs, some of them have left their daily earnings. So what do you think the state government would be able to help them in this regard? Can you suggest some measures?
As of yesterday, I believe about 14,000 according to our, calculation, about 14,000 or little over 14,000 must have already reached Nagaland by now. And as you have rightly stated, there is a huge challenges for all of us. And as you know that it would be very difficult to accommodate them in the government sector. In Northeast and particularly in Nagaland, we have huge percentage of the government employees, and it will not be possible for the government to give them, job in the government sector. And there is less scope of large and medium scale industry in this region. The only way out is to take up agro-based industry or agriculture, horticulture. So this is the only avenues. I was just joking with and sharing with some of my friends. I think, we are also shocked that we were never aware that this much people are working outside. One thing we need to do is huge levels, both manual as well as technical workers. They have already left the state.
Right.
According to my assessment, not less than 2,500 they have already left the state, and many of them may not come back also. So our people will have to replace those jobs also. When some of our boys and girls are willing to do the manual job outside the state, why not they do in our state also? In the meantime, since there is a huge scope of agro-based industry, agriculture, horticulture. I think this is an area where they need to, take up. Yeah.
Okay. Now, sir, coming back to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen that the state is making a great recovery in terms of recovery rate. Now, are you satisfied with the infrastructure, the facilities, the medical facilities, the manpower? Are you satisfied with the entire structure, or do you think something is lacking?
When it comes to this pandemic, even the advanced countries, advanced states are struggling. So when it comes to the infrastructure, we are lagging behind. And it's a culmination of many years, actually.
Okay.
We have been all along, right from the day one of the statehood, we have been all along fighting each other, right? And there was no time for the socio-economic or development that was given most importance or priority. Because in the past, I think right from the statehood till a few years back, it was all along there was no peace. And when there is no peace, there is no development. But when it comes to this recovery, I think I shared about nearly a month back, before the positive was detected. I shared that even if you detected a positive also, the recovery rate of Nagaland and Northeast and Nagaland will be the highest in the world. Some of them were of the view that they were not at all willing to accept my film. But, most of those people who are coming back are of a young age. I think between 20 to maximum 40. So that is also one advantage. Second is, Nagas, our food habit, I think it will also help actually. The third one is our immune system is strong. And, at Dimapur, every now and then I used to visit the COVID hospital. Used to share with the doctors, they used to cook and feed actually. Okay. Every now and then I used to go and test the food also. Used to encourage them to provide something which is unique, at times with all Nagas preparation. So I think it also helps. And as I believe, at this rate, I think I don't see the reason why Nagaland should be a COVID-free state within few months.
Yeah. So, and before I ask you to say your message to the people, one last question. Despite the good news that we are receiving on the recovery rate, there is some news coming in that in some districts, some wards and colonies are not allowing health workers to come in their wards and colonies, despite the fact that they are tested negative. For example, Tueng Sang yesterday, the Deputy Commissioner issued certain, guidelines on this particular issue. So what do you wish to convey?
I don't know. I think in which, what rules that they are following, we don't know. I have also shared my views that the government is instituted by God himself. If you see in the book of Romans, you will find that the government is instituted by God. We need to obey the government. Even I was assigned to be in charge of Dimapur, and it is also, yes, government. I thank God and I thank the state government for giving me this opportunity. But it is also, anointed by God that I should be in charge of this during this pandemic. That is also, planned by God Almighty, And if, yes, there should be a close relationship, the government should listen to the NGOs, NGOs should listen to the government. But in this respect, government should be very firm, actually. We cannot allow NGO to be the GOs and GO to be the NGOs, Government should be government. And all these GBs and the village council going against the government is very unfortunate. They are appointed by the government, actually. The village council is by an act of the state government in 1978. And I think they are working under the government. And how they can go against the wishes of the government. So I think those areas, I think the government and the state administration should take very strict action.
I think it's great that we need to learn a lot from you, but on this very special day, any message you wish to convey to all the fathers who are watching this program?
You know, as already stated, my father, you know, has taken rest. Believers, they don't die, they take rest. About 36 years back, when I was in PU, you know, and, you know, there is no doubt in my mind that my father was one of the finest person, so energetic, and he was ever willing to help others. He used to go extra mile to help others, and during the time of any kind of crisis, any kind of situation, you know, the way he had a special gift to go and convince people and to bring the people together. So first of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for giving this opportunity, and I also would like to thank the state government for giving this responsibility, and particularly the Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland, Shri, the Chief Secretary of Nagaland, Sir Temchin Toy, for giving this opportunity for me to be in charge of Dimapur. And whatever little I have done, I have contributed for the people. I would like to, you know, I mean, my little contribution I have done, I would like to, you know, give this in memory of my late father, you know, because that was his burning desire that he should, all should work for the people, for the needy people. And I think on this occasion, I would like to urge all the fathers that we have more responsibility after COVID-19, after this pandemic, because we need to look after many children who have already come back home. It's like an exodus for them from the mainland India. And we don't know how long it is going to continue. So why not let us all come together, and this pandemic, Corona, should bring all together actually. And the Nagas should come together, and the civil society and the government should come together, and we should plan out, because I always used to say that alone cannot fight against this pandemic. We should come together. I stand for illness. Wellness. You know, we stand for wellness. We should all come together and fight against this pandemic.
Well, sir, on that positive note, I think we have to wind up this conversation. But thank you so much. We want to thank you for giving out your time, speaking to us, speaking of your views, your thoughts on the entire pandemic and how you are dealing with the situation. Well, we can only pray and hope that God will continue to bless you and use you for this, and also your team to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
That's all from all of us here. Thanks for watching.